Hi, I hope that this devotional finds you to be doing well and having a better sense of what day of the week it is than I am. It's one of the things that I'm struggling with. But I'd like to share with you a little bit about what has been on my heart. As many of you are probably feeling right now, I feel overwhelmed. I'm trying to juggle working with adjustments to the transition at home, having children home all day and trying to figure out their school from home, and keeping up with the constantly changing guidelines for healthcare providers. And I'm wiped out. I've been feeling lately like I'm trying to use a paper towel to mop up the ocean. Sure, it absorbs water, but it's not sufficient for the amount of water that needs to be cleaned up. I'm overwhelmed. I feel like I'm putting in a noble effort, but with insufficient tools. I'm collecting drops of water, but my paper towel is soaked and cannot absorb anymore. One night, when praying about feeling overwhelmed and inadequate, I got a picture of God sitting down beside me and putting his arm around me. I feel like he said, "My dear child, thank you so much for your effort. I recognize it. However, why do you think you can wipe up the ocean with a paper towel?" It's almost like he was laughing at me. Don't you ever remember that I'm the one that calmed the wind and the waves? I'm the one that parted the seas. Come to me. Let me help you. For my burden is easy and my yoke is light. I will sustain you. I am with you wherever you go. Instead of using your paper towel to mop the ocean, why don't you use it to wipe your tears? It is sufficient enough for that job. I will mop up the ocean. I usually find myself looking through the Psalms when my heart is feeling very heavy with emotion, good or bad. And in this situation, Psalm 61 speaks to the ways in which God conquers our giants. So listen as Ellie reads it to you.
God, listen to my cry and hear my prayer. From the ends of the earth, I cry to you for help when my heart is overwhelmed. Lead me to the towering rock of safety, for you are my refuge, a fortress where my enemies cannot reach me. Let me live forever in your sanctuary, safe beneath the shelter of your wings.
Today, I encourage you to soak in the rest that he offers as he cares for us. Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. Settle into that promise today. He is all you need. He is your everything, and you don't have to do it alone. God isn't telling us to bury our faces. Rather, he's telling us not to look at everything that lies ahead, but only what we can handle without feeling overwhelmed. That likely only means looking at today, or maybe it's an hour, perhaps even less. But he gives us grace for everything one step at a time. Now, what I want you to do is hit pause and take a listen to the video that's attached in the comments for a song that really speaks to the experience of God taking us as we are and helping us when we feel overwhelmed. I hope you found that song to be meaningful and to speak to you in whatever situation you find yourself in, whether that's overwhelmed or even already feeling calm. Join me in prayer as we close. Lord, when my heart is overwhelmed, overwhelm me with your peace. Lead me to you, my rock. Guide me to your word, which gives me strength and refuge. Help me not to run to lesser things. Draw me to run to you first. Help me to get into the habit of taking my overwhelmed and placing it under your will before I try to do it myself. Thank you, Lord. Amen.